everyone, this is the 100 subscriber special, What If Deku Was Sans? Now, before I start this What If, thank you guys for helping me reach 100 subs. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys have given me a chance to express myself in ways I didn't really think was possible, so thanks. Part 5 of What If Deku Was Cheated On would be coming out next week, Saturday. So look out for that, and yeah, let's get into the video. Now, we see Hisashi and Inko in a delivery room, as Inko would push out a baby, being baby Izuku. Izuku having white hair, blue eyes, and red circles under his eyes, and he was also extremely pale. His porcelain skin kind of freaking out the doctors, but not his parents, because in this version, Hisashi would have had white hair, black eyes, and red circles under his eyes as well, and also having porcelain skin. But he got his eye color from his mother. As we time skip, Izuku is now 3 years old. He would have met Bakugo in preschool, them becoming friends because at this point Bakugo would not have awakened his quirk, so he wasn't the cocky, arrogant bastard that we know him as. Now, time skip again. Izuku and Bakugo would have been 4 at this point. Bakugo developing his quirk and thinking that he's better than everyone. And Izuku not really caring, because in this version, he is like Sans, but not that much like him. He is lazy, but he puts effort into things when it most requires it. Unlike Sans, who's lazy all the time until the last second. Now, as we progress with this story, a week after Bakugo has awakened his quirk, Izuku would have found out about his quirk. He had a slight telekinesis, or so they thought. Him training his telekinesis under his mother, cause yes, in this story, Inko would still have her telekinesis power. I don't think that will ever change based on the type of what ifs that I do, but let's carry on. Him training with his mother for the next year. Him finding out he had the power to teleport. Basically teleporting to anywhere that was in his line of sight, basically. Now, as Izuku would have done it at school, him being in a race and the teacher telling them that they would have to run from point A to point B. Izuku seeing the finish line and instantly teleports towards it. Everyone running up to him asking, "Wow, I thought you had a telekinesis quirk." "Yeah, you have teleportation? That's awesome. That's even more powerful than Bakugo's quirk." As Bakugo would get irritated. Now we time skip further down in that school day. At this point, this would have been happening around Izuku being 9 years old. At recess, Bakugo walking up to Izuku with his goons and attempting to fight Izuku, with Izuku just avoiding him, not saying anything. Over the years, Izuku's and Bakugo's relationship would have become strained, and they wouldn't have interacted that much. Bakugo not bullying Izuku, because Izuku's telekinesis is a lot stronger than his mother's. No matter I guess he could be able to lift about 100 pounds at the time. Yeah, at the time. Now, Izuku avoided Bakugo that day until the end of school day. At the end of the school day, Bakugo and his goons would have been waiting for Izuku outside of the gate. Bakugo immediately rushing at Izuku, throwing an explosion, with Izuku teleporting out of the way. "Katsuki, I don't want to fight you. You're starting to get annoying. I just want to go home." "You're not going anywhere, Izuku. I'm gonna prove once and for all that I'm stronger than you." Izuku sighing and sidestepping Bakugo with every attack that he's thrown. At this point, Izuku, over the years that he had developed his quirks, he would have stuck to this training regimen. He would have done 25 push-ups, 25 sit-ups, 25 squats, 25 pull-ups, and also running about 25, not 25 kilometers, about half a mile every day with his mother. Him being quite fast and quite able to dodge Bakugo's attacks, even though Bakugo is throwing wild explosions and left jabs, right jabs, and kicks. Izuku dodging it just enough to where he tired out Bakugo. Him looking further in the distance, teleporting away. Getting to a convenience store. Him stopping and buying a order of fries with a lot of ketchup. In this, Izuku is addicted to ketchup like Sans, but not to the degree. Izuku likes ketchup on everything, but he doesn't drink it out of the bottle like Sans does. Instead, we replace that habit with him drinking cola. Lots and lots of cola. Now, over the years after that fight, Izuku would have developed his bone summoning and his gaster blasters at the age of 11. Him training them and becoming quite strong for his age. Him now being able to lift 300 pounds, summon about 2 gaster blasters and his bones, and being able to teleport for more than he normally was able to. Normally, he would have been able to teleport 10 times before running out of his stamina, but now he was able to teleport himself, people, and he was able to teleport more than 30 times a day without running out of stamina. Now, time skip again. Izuku is now 14, and we're at the start of the canon. The teacher coming in, doing his entire shtick, talking about, I know you all want to be heroes, and throwing up the papers. Everyone showing off their quirks, and Bakugo giving his same speech. As the teacher would come across, oh, Katsuki, you want to go to UA. Huh? Bakugo wants to go to UA? I mean, yeah, he has a pretty strong quirk, and he has the grades to do it. Of course I'm going to UA. I'll be the richest and greatest hero. I'll be even better than All Might. Oh, Midoriya, you also want to go to UA. Midoriya? Midoriya! Yeah, teach. You also enrolled in UA for the hero course, correct? Yeah. In this timeline, like I said, or I forgot, because this is like my 4th attempt at this video, Izuku's idol in this is Eraserhead, because Eraser does things logically, and he only does things with minimal effort and gets the maximum success rate. So in this, he idolized Aizawa. He's still a hero nerd, but he doesn't show it. He still writes notes and everything. As the teacher would carry on, speaking, Bakugo getting agitated and throwing an explosion onto Izuku's desk, with Izuku not flinching. Katsuki, do that again, and I'll kick your ass. Oh yeah, you shitty nerd. Just because you have a lame teleportation and telekinesis quirk, don't think that you can beat me. Times like this I wish I could put you in your place, but you're a little Pomeranian. Can't have your mommy's precious little pet getting hurt now, can I? Why, you? You two stop, or else I'll send you to the office right away. You're lucky this time, shitty nerd. As Bakugo would go back to his seat. The day going on like normal. At the end of the school day, Izuku would have been packing up his stuff while Bakugo and his goons were attempting to bully Izuku. Hey, you better not enroll into UA, I'll make your life a living hell. You hear me? Bakugo, you cannot stop me from going to UA. It's a hero school. I can do whatever I want. I said you're not going. Bakugo releasing explosions. Izuku being irritated. Something would change. His left eye would have a slight hint of yellow in it, and a smoke-like flame would be emanating from it. Him summoning a gaster blaster and saying in a distorted voice, Bakugo, you cannot stop me. Bakugo getting scared. What the hell? What is that thing? I thought you only had a teleportation and telekinesis quirk. What is this? Izuku's voice getting back to normal. Like I said, you can't stop me. Now get out of my way, or I'll make you. Izuku walking out of the class. Him taking a shortcut home because he wanted to go home sleep, because him talking to Bakugo wasted his time. Him not teleporting because he would much rather walk, because the route that he's taking under the bridge, there's a convenience store close to it, so he would want to pick up a order of fries. As the sludge villain would creep up behind him, "Hey kid, I need your body. I didn't know that freak was in town. Come on, don't struggle." Izuku turning around. You okay there, bud? You don't seem to be packing a skeleton of debris with you. Him trying to make a skeleton pun, but it failing miserably. In this version, he doesn't really think about the puns just come naturally, but they aren't always good. The sludge villain getting irritated, lashing his tendril at Izuku. Izuku dodging and then summoning a bone, impaling the sludge villain, but the bone simply just went right through him. "Ha, that yellow attack won't work on me, kid." The sludge villain rushing Izuku. Izuku looking around, teleporting further back, and then summoning a Gaster Blaster. "Take this." Him firing a Gaster Blast directly at the sludge villain, hitting the sludge villain and putting him in a decent amount of pain. Him doing it again. "Here, have another." Him blasting this sludge villain once again, hurting the sludge villain quite a bit and knocking him out. "I am here. What happened here, young man?" "Oh, All Might. Uh, yeah, sorry about that. This guy was really creepy. I had to take him out." You know using your quirk is illegal, right?" Sorry about that. I won't do it again." This kid, he doesn't look all that strong, but he was able to take down this villain." "Excuse me, young man, but what is your quirk?" "Oh, I don't really know. I have more than one ability." "Oh, pray tell." I have the ability to teleport to anywhere that I can see. I have a slight telekinesis, and I am able to summon bones and skeletal monsters. I just call them Gaster Blasters." "Oh, I see. May I see this quirk of yours?" Izuku teleporting behind All Might and summoning a Gaster Blaster directly in front of him. "Oh, this is quite a unique ability you have here." Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you around." Izuku walking away. All Might saying, "Wait, could you help me to contain this villain?" Izuku saying, "Fine. Don't ask again. This is only a one-time thing." All Might saying, "Damn, this kid doesn't have any respect." All Might and Izuku proceeding to talk. All Might finding out that Izuku is a minimalist, not wanting to do much and not really caring about formalities and such. All Might thanking Izuku and jumping off. In this timeline, there would be no sludge villain attack on Bakugo because Izuku wouldn't had grabbed onto All Might and causing him to drop the sludge villain. Now we get to the time skip. Izuku training, doing slightly more than he normally does, training for the next 10 months, training up his quirk, and studying, because he wants to at least get a high score so he could be in a good class, even though he doesn't want to do much work. Him mainly doing it because he wants to make his mother proud. In this timeline, Inko is a stay-at-home mom, mostly working from home and taking care of the house, because in this, after Izuku turned 6, Hisashi would have died in the States. Them receiving money from his health insurance, but Inko mainly not wanting to quit her job, mostly works from home as a fashion designer. Izuku training and honing his skills, now being able to teleport about 50 times a day, summon more Gaster Blasters, now being able to summon at least 6 Gaster Blasters at a time, and learning to coat his hands with his Gaster Blasters. Kind of like the Sans DLC in Smash Bros, but he can either cover one hand or both, depending on what he sees. Now, this Izuku's strength would be at least a 10% one for all, and with his Gaster Blaster gauntlets, as he calls it, he would be at least a 15% one for all, it giving him a 5% boost. Now we get to the entrance exam. Izuku walking in, he would still trip because he wouldn't have slept that long. Him meeting Ochako and actually talking there, but not keeping the conversation lively for long. As he would get in, they would do the written portion of the exam. Izuku getting a 85. That's close enough, he would say. As they would proceed to get the robots explained to them. Ida still going on with his rant, and this time him shouting at Izuku for a totally different reason. Because while Mike was announcing the robots, Izuku was sleeping. You there! Huh? You really disrespect the school so? Sleeping while the teacher was explaining. Do you have no shame? Hey, buddy. If you have a bone to pick with me, I suggest you choose another person, because I'm not really in the mood to mess around today. And I was listening. I have more experience in fighting than someone like you would ever be. Him saying that because over the years, Bakugo would have picked fights with Izuku, and Izuku always fighting back and winning. But doing it in, once again, the most minimalistic way he knows how. Him telling Ida to sit down and President Mike announcing the zero pointer. Them proceeding to go outside. And this time, Izuku wouldn't have attempted to talk to Uraraka because he didn't see the reason to and he didn't want to walk that distance. Now, as the gates opened and Mike started the countdown. Go, go, go! There is no countdown in a real battle. Now get out there and destroy some robots. Everybody rushing out. Izuku immediately teleporting to the first robot he sees, covering his right hand with a gaster blast and punching through the robot. Him proceeding to destroy a good amount of robots, summoning bones, shooting them through the robots, and using his gaster blaster gauntlet to blast through robots, getting about 35 points. Him getting rescue points as well, getting about 15 rescue points because he would have helped people when they would have been attacked from behind by robots. And yeah, that's basically how it goes. Izuku proceeding to get at least 10 more rescue points and about 20 more villain points. Then he would hear the rumbling and see the massive zero pointer towering over the stadium while they were doing their exam. Oh, shit, I'm not dealing with that. Izuku proceeding to run, but then he would hear a familiar voice. Huh? It's that Ochako girl. I gotta help her. Such a pain. Him rushing back and getting Uraka out of the way. Him using his power to teleport her to him. In this, if Izuku teleports a person or object, it would take up about 3 of his teleports per day. And he would have been using a lot of teleports to get to robots in this exam. So after him using his teleportations to help Uraka, he would have about 2 more left until he would pass out from exhaustion. Him looking up at the zero pointer. Ah, great. This big guy is really getting on my nerves. Him telling Uraka to run. Him summoning about 3 Gaster Blasters, this being as much as he could at the moment. Him using his Gaster Blaster gauntlet, shooting a giant blast of concentrated Gaster Blast energy at the zero pointer, destroying it. Him proceeding to pass out because he had pushed himself harder than he ever had. Him passing out and waking up to see Recovery Girl. Ah, Sonny, you've really outdone yourself. You used up your quirk quite a lot and had fainted. Here, have some gummies. I'm sorry for my old lady impression, I'm not really good at this stuff. And Izuku proceeding to take the gummies. Thanks, ma'am. You really saved my skin there. Hey. Her proceeding to chuckle a bit. Ah, bone puns. You must be a real rib tickler. Izuku laughing at her pun. And him proceeding to go home. Now that's where I'll be leaving off the video. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry it's short, but I have some other what ifs I have to record if my phone allows me to. Thank you guys for helping me reach 100 subs, and I'll see you guys later.